First at 4, a disturbing crime in southwest Detroit. A baby stabbed to death, his mother in custody right now. It's sentencing day for a teenager who shot 2 Detroit police officers. Why this young man has a lot of community support and the judge's decision. First, Tropical Storm Harvey spreads flooding misery east of Houston after making landfall for a 3rd time. More cities underwater and emergency workers on overload. First at 4, we are tracking Harvey as the storm moves east, bringing dangerous floods to cities like Beaumont and Port Arthur, Texas. This right there is a shelter where people were trying to stay safe, but floodwaters poured into the Civic Center. Officials scrambling to find them a better and drier place this afternoon. And good afternoon, everybody. I'm Karen Drew. Harvey's death toll has climbed to at least 21, and that number is expected to grow. 32,000 people across Texas are in shelters. The only piece of good news, conditions are improving in Houston, but it's still a long road to recovery. Let's go live now to Sonia Mogi, who joins us now from Richmond, Texas.
The number of people believed to be killed because of Hurricane Harvey, now Tropical Storm Harvey, continues to rise almost hourly. Within the last hour, we're now finding out 28 people may have been killed because of this storm, and it's a storm that is not even over yet. A humanitarian crisis unfolding in the Houston metropolitan area. Evacuations continue as water rises.
We were checking it all night long. At 3 a.m. when I looked the last time, it wasn't even up to my front door. And by 5 o'clock, we had 2 inches of water in the house.
Tens of thousands in shelters amid catastrophic flooding brought by record rainfall.
I had to grab my baby and diapers, what I could, and try to swim, and hopefully hope that we could be picked up.
When we was out there on that roof Sunday and Monday, that water was coming in so fast, and then we got rescued on that bridge, and they tell us that bridge has collapsed since.
Many more still waiting to be rescued as emergency crews and volunteers race against time to reach those still trapped in their homes.
We had situations of rescuing people out of attics, people with medical condition, elderly people.
I'm a former U.S. Navy search and rescue swimmer, so I'm just compelled to come out when things like this are happening.
Harris County's flood district meteorologist says that enough water has fallen to cover the entire 1,800 square miles of Harris County with 33 inches of water. I want to give you a live look at this neighborhood right behind me. I'm in Richmond, Texas, still in the greater Houston area. You can see the sun is shining, the rain has finally stopped, but waters here are still continuing to rise. Right behind this neighborhood is the Brazos River, and even though the rainfalls have stopped, that river continues to rise, and that storm moves eastward, still going strong. And we wait to see if those death toll numbers do increase. I'm reporting live in Richmond, Texas. Sonia Mogi.
All right, thank you, Sonia. Ben Bailey tracking Harvey's progress and where the storm is now and where it's headed. Ben.
Well, you saw the sun in her live shot. That's the one spot it is not raining in the south is Houston, Texas. There's the swirl of Harvey, but look at how much of the south is just getting soaked by the bands, outer bands, and some of the feeder bands from this storm. Some of that reaching all the way up into parts of East Tennessee right now as we're going to continue to see that rain fall. But Harvey is on shore in the 2 o'clock advisory. You see it is still a tropical storm with sustained winds of 40 miles an hour. That will start accelerating to the north, and by Saturday morning, it'll park itself south of us in the Ohio River Valley. We think we're going to escape most of the effects of Harvey, but not the cold air. Temperatures right now at 80 degrees in some spots, and that may be the warmest number we see in 10 days. We'll look at a cooler forecast coming up, Karen.
In the middle of this disaster, televangelist Joel Osteen faced a flood of criticism on social media, accused of failing to open his Houston megachurch to evacuees. Right now, those church doors are open to victims, but when the storm hit and the flooding began, the church doors remained shut. Osteen says he was waiting for the city to ask him to help.
Well, our church doors have always been open. In fact, we took people in right when the water started to recede, which was just a day or two after the big storm hit. We're all about helping the city whenever we could. If they would have asked us to become a shelter early on, we would have prepared for it all and been ready to help.
This morning, the storm has moved on and the city begins the path towards recovery. The entire nation rallying around storm victims in Houston and throughout the Gulf Coast. Detroit is showing its big heart, and many of you are working with Help Me Hank. And Hank Winchester is in the WDIV phone bank raising more money for the Red Cross. And we have gotten a great turnout the past few days, Hank.
Karen, we've raised thousands of dollars. A big thanks to our volunteers here and those working with the Red Cross who are helping to make this happen. The number that you can call right now to donate is 313-298-WDIV. We've been getting a lot of calls and emails from people asking, how is my money going to be used? Well, we want to break it down for you, because when you look at the numbers and you look at the devastation, it is really unbelievable right now, because this could end up being the costliest natural disaster in U.S. history. The price tag could reach $160 billion. That's the cost of Katrina and Hurricane Sandy combined. Right now, the number of lives lost standing at 21, although we're expecting an update within the hour. That number expected to rise. Also, 32,000 people right now are in need of shelter. Of course, these numbers are going to go way up within the coming days, and 450,000 people are going to need disaster assistance, likely long term. Now, 91 cents of every dollar donated to the Red Cross goes right down to those impacted by Hurricane Harvey. The Red Cross telling us it is focusing on finding shelter and giving supplies out to flood victims in Houston and surrounding areas. Many people needing the basics like soap, toothbrushes, diapers for their babies. In the next coming months, as you can imagine, as this crisis unfolds, the need is only going to grow. That is why we are so thankful to our viewers here in Metro Detroit, those of you who have called to donate. The phones have been busy here. Again, the number that you can call right now is 313-298-WDIV. Karen, we're going to stay here in the phone bank. We'll be here through 6:30. We'd love to hear from our Local 4 viewers.
All right. Thank you so much, Hank. And we'll put that phone number up again during this newscast, and we'll see you, Hank, at 5 and 6. Our efforts to help will continue this weekend at Arts Beats and Eats. Local 4 is working with festival organizers, so you can easily donate as you visit Royal Oak. You'll be able to drop off donations with the Red Cross at each entrance. Arts Beats and Eats runs Friday through Monday. In other news, Detroit police investigate a disturbing crime, the stabbing death of a baby boy. They say his 31-year-old mother is in custody right now, but she hasn't been charged. It happened Tuesday night at an apartment complex in Southwest Detroit. According to police, the woman called 911 threatening to kill herself and said there were dead people in her apartment. Police arrived to a bloody scene and found that 1-year-old fatally stabbed. Neighbors believe the mother was upset over a recent breakup.
She had a boyfriend. That's what the whole thing was about. Her and her boyfriend had split up. She couldn't take it no more, and she took it out on the baby.
The mother is listed in temporary serious condition at Henry Ford Hospital. Prosecutors expect to bring charges soon. This teenager admits he fired a gun at 2 Detroit police officers, but many in the community have sympathized with his story. 19-year-old Juwan Plummer fired at 2 officers when they responded to a burglary call at his mother's home on the city's west side. He says he thought they were burglars. Plummer reached a deal to drop more serious charges, but pled guilty to several counts, including 2 charges of intentional discharge of a firearm causing serious injury. Today, Plummer was sentenced to 2 years probation, with the first 90 days spent in Wayne County Jail. You'll hear from Plummer and why prosecutors aren't happy with the sentence on Local 4 News at 5. Still ahead, one big retailer says the adult beverage market is booming, and boy, do they have a bargain for you. Also, terror concerns in Europe leads to a big security boost before a famous food fight. Up first, talk about working from home. A local police chief wants to do his job remotely from nearly 170 miles away. So, do you think that's a good idea? Listen to his story first. Coming up.
Hurricane. Coming up all new on Local 4 News at 5 and 6.
A father of 4 from Macomb County overdoses on drugs. His body here at the medical examiner's office for more than a month, and his family never knows about it.
He's been here since July 5th.
We'll hear from that family, but there are 2 distinct sides to this story. We'll have both sides on Local 4.
A lot of people get to work from home, but should we add police chiefs to the list? The top cop in Memphis, Michigan is asking to do his job remotely. But he's moving to Grand Rapids and wants to run the department from clear across the state. Our Paula Tutman went to Memphis to take a look at his proposal.
Welcome to Memphis, Michigan. The sign says a pleasant place to live. According to the last census in 2010, about 1,100 people called Memphis, Michigan home. But one key person doesn't live here, doesn't live anywhere near here, and in fact tells me today is moving day to move even 3 hours further away. This is beautiful, peaceful country, nestled as a hamlet en route to bigger cities to the east like Port Huron. But like any town, no matter the size, you need a police presence.
Break-ins here and there. Bank has been robbed a few times.
Accidents, stuff like that is about all you really handle. You might get a garage break-in here and there. But
Memphis has 7 part-time police officers and 1 full-time cop, the chief, Cal Luria. But Police Chief Cal Luria isn't in Memphis today. A single dad, today, he's moving his only child to Grand Rapids. Why are you moving to Grand Rapids? And you're a police chief here.
Well, my daughter has a unique opportunity to finish out her high school years at my alma mater.
Most everyone we talk to agree this chief has earned his $45,000 a year, rebuilding a troubled rural police department into something neighbors can count on.
He's well respected.
So he's willing to telecommute, work from Grand Rapids 4 days a week, drive to Memphis 1 day a week, and for meetings and town events.
Dispatch will call me at all hours of the night. My officers call me throughout their shift with questions, and I continue to direct and steer them. I think you can be a leader without being present.
He says he's taken a $10,000 pay cut, won't seek other employment in his new city, and will still be on call 24/7, driving his own vehicle back and forth. Based on his reputation, some residents are okay with the idea.
If it was anyone else, I would say no. But he's done some great things for the city.
And some people aren't.
But I would prefer that he spent most of his time in town.
Put City Council member Jason Sofa in the not okay with it category.
I know the general consensus of most of the people in the community seem against it, but we have some talking to do, and hopefully we get this figured out.
The Memphis Police Commission meeting is next Tuesday. City Council meeting follows. It's very possible a decision could be made then. The chief says, look, let's just give this 3 months and revisit it. But here's the irony. Even if the City Council decides not to go with this plan, they'll be stuck with it until they find a new chief anyway. We'll keep you posted. Paula Tutman, Local 4.
All right, well, the heat is on today, hitting 80 degrees, and enjoy it because it's going to go whew.
Yeah, I mean, considering where we've been in the last 2 days, going back to average is considered a heat wave. But yeah, that's where we're at. And we're at 78 at Metro. A couple spots have hit the 80s. Ann Arbor, you're at 80, 81 at City Airport Monroe. And compared to yesterday, quite a difference. Double digits warmer in a lot of the area, 10 to almost 15 degrees warmer than what we were looking at 4 p.m. yesterday. And don't have a lot to show you on the satellite. Once that fog started burning off, there were some cumulus clouds that have started to form here in the area, but sunshine is definitely working around those. And our 2 big players in our forecast going forward are visible here on the satellite. First of which, the outer cloud bands from Harvey have now started moving north of the Ohio River Valley. We probably will get some of these clouds, especially as we get into Saturday, but it does look like the rain from Harvey is going to stay to our south. This is a cold front that's going to pass through tonight, and even though there's a decent amount of activity with that right now, I think it's going to pass through pretty much dry overnight tonight with just a slight chance of a shower as we get into the overnight hours, and we'll talk about that in a second. By the way, a lakeshore flood advisory has been issued for midnight till 4 a.m. here for St. Clair, Sanilac County, and up towards the Thumb. Pretty strong onshore winds, and it is kind of a small area here. Well, actually, more than that, from midnight to 4 a.m. Friday morning, so more than 24 hours. But nevertheless, watch out for those high waves and possible erosion, and could cause some damage if you've got a boat moored near shore. Otherwise, tonight we're looking at mostly cloudy and then partly cloudy conditions. That cold front starts sinking south, and there's that slight chance of a shower or thunderstorm again in our north zone. I think most of us are going to skip through dry. Models trying to put some sprinkles in here Thursday morning, which I just don't think are going to happen. We will start out with clouds, however. That will fade to sunshine as we get into the second half of the day. But temperatures not warming up, even with those bright skies. We'll be lucky to hit 70 degrees in spots tomorrow afternoon. Tonight we'll call it 63, and again, that isolated shower possible overnight. Look at these temperatures in our 4-zone forecast. These are highs tomorrow. Just want to make sure you know that before you look at them. Again, barely hitting 70 here in parts of our metro zone, and that will be one of the warmer spots. A couple 70s down here in our south zone too. We'll see Tecumseh, Adrian, Onstead, you'll be in the 70s, but some upper 60s here, actually closer to the state line. West zone temperatures almost exclusively at all 60s, barely 70 there in Manchester and Canton. And definitely our cool spot's going to be the north zone tomorrow. Temperatures anywhere between the low and mid 60s as we wake up tomorrow morning. And then we're going to spend some cool afternoons here Thursday and Friday, start ramping up into the Labor Day weekend, feeling a little bit more like summer. Right now we've got one chance of thunderstorms, and I think it's going to be late Monday night. So we're going to get through this entire holiday stretch on the dry side. Just look for some extra clouds from Harvey on Saturday. Karen?
Still ahead, terror concerns bring new security to the world's largest food fight. Also, the threats and counter threats keep coming between the U.S. and North Korea. We'll have news from around the world. Plus, wine lovers on a budget will love this story. The new line of wines that's about to hit the market. And don't miss Local 4's special coverage of Arts, Beats, and Eats. It's a live special Friday night. Rhonda, Evrod, and Brandon will have a look at all the food, fun, and music you don't want to miss. Friday night, 7:30, right here on Local 4. First at 4, we are tracking stories making headlines all around the world. North Korea says its latest missile test was just the start of its efforts to confront what it called the imperialist American forces. This comes days after North Korea fired a ballistic missile that passed over Japan. North Korea calls the missile launch a response to the annual U.S. and South Korea war game military exercises. Now, in regards to a U.S. military response, President Trump says all options are on the table. Terror concerns in Spain boosted security at that country's famous Tomato Fight Festival in the small town of Bunol. Just look at the officers checking bags, looking into backpacks, and monitoring this huge crowd. Once security was in place, La Tomatina was launched with 176 tons of tomatoes used as ammunition. The Tomato Fight has been held the last Wednesday of August since 1945. Probably. More than 1.7 million people from around the world have gathered in Mecca for the start of the annual Hajj today. Pilgrims gathered in Mecca for that start of the 5-day-long journey, carrying out rites believed to trace the footsteps of two prophets, Ibrahim, Ismail. Over the years, the Saudi government has worked to improve the safety of the pilgrimage after more than 2,600 people were killed in a 2015 stampede. Okay, let's talk about some trending stories, and a new partnership between Amazon and Microsoft shows how big these voice-activated assistants have become. Starting soon, Amazon's Alexa will be able to activate Microsoft's Cortana and vice versa. It will make it easier to use all the devices in your home, switching back and forth to finish different tasks like scheduling a meeting or shopping online. Alexa and Cortana will start talking to each other later this year. Okay, so if you're a fan of inexpensive wine, you definitely might want to try the new California Roots from Target. The new line will be made from California grapes and sells for just $5 a bottle. Target says the wine, beer, and adult beverage market is really booming right now, and the new brand could give some new competition to Trader Joe's famous 2-Buck Chuck wine. California Roots goes on sale September 3rd. I haven't had 2-Buck Chuck.
Count me in. I have, but I think Yellowtail is better.
Do we? Oh, really?
I do, yeah.
It's nice to find a cheaper wine and not be so fancy.
It's almost a challenge to see how low you can go and still
like it.
Drink it, yeah.
What I tend to do is I use the fancy bottle when they first come over, and then when they don't notice when you're pouring the second and third, that's when you give them the cheaper stuff.
I like that. I like that.
Always thinking. Still had another Harvey flood victim pulled from a dangerous spot, and a surprising team that came to his rescue. We've got that story when we come back.
It ends.
We're back with another chance for you to help storm victims in Houston and throughout the Red Cross. Just call 313-298-WDIV. You see our volunteers are there answering your calls. The Help Me Hank unit working with the Red Cross to raise funds that will go to storm victims. Give whatever you can afford. The Help Me Hank lines are open through 6:30. That number, 313-298-WDIV. Finally, First at 4 dramatic rescues continue along the Gulf Coast.
Yeah, as we've showed you plenty of them, lots of just regular people pitching in when necessary, including this crew in Beaumont, Texas. They worked for CNN. They were shooting when the rising waters in a ravine showed that the man in that pickup was actually trapped.
The reporter and producer ran to the truck and used a power cord to pull the man to safety. You see him there in that red jacket. It happened just before the reporter went live, and the man they rescued, of course, thanked them on air.
Good work.
Thanks so much for joining us for First at 4. Inside Edition's next.